regulations pertaining to them. So in terms of the topic covered, we'll be looking at price setting mechanism. What are the key steps of IPO process? Then SOEs, which are like seasoned equity offerings and right offerings. This terminology is not very pertinent to Pakistan, but I think probably borrowed from Western world. SOEs. Pakistan mein SOE stands for, generally stands for it stands for state-owned enterprises. And then there is accounting and reporting disclosures, and then there is a small few slides on voluntary delistings. Okay, so what are the price setting mechanism here? So essentially, we're focusing today on three price setting mechanisms. One being the book building. I'm sure we've talked about book building earlier, and the audience has a very fair idea as to how this book building functions. So this IPO process takes on average 4 to 6 months, which is absolutely true. Assuming that that there is timely flow of information to the financial advisor. Assuming if there is a lag, so obviously you can easily add few months to it. And invariably we've seen that out of 5 transactions we do in terms of the listing process, at least 1 or 2 lag behind in terms of the timeline, primarily because that either the management is not very capable. Secondly, that they take a lot of time in terms of the prep work, in terms of the quality of the documentation, furnish the quality of the documentation which we require for submission. So ये सारी चीजों में टाइम लगता है. इसके अलावा जो सबसे ज़्यादा टाइम लगता है वो ये लगता है कि बहुत ज़्यादा कंपनीज जो है ना वो प्राइवेट फॉर्म में होती हैं, प्राइवेट लिमिटेड फॉर्म में होती हैं, या फिर सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप फॉर्म में होती हैं, या फिर पार्टनरशिप फॉर्म में होती हैं. तो इनको कन्वर्ट करना होता है इनटू पब्लिक अनलिस्टेड. ये भी इन इटसेल्फ इज अ प्रोसेस जहाँ पे उसको हम एक पब्लिक अनलिस्टेड बनाते हैं. उसके बाद वो फिर ट्रांसफर होती है सब्सिक्वेंटली पोस्ट लिस्टिंग इनटू अ पब्लिक लिस्टेड कंपनी. So the step of this process, in particular, the final ones are strictly related to the price setting mechanism chosen by the issuer and the investment banks. Therefore, let first take a look at the different mechanism to price on equity offering, and then discuss the whole IPO. So they're like, one is book building, the other one is fixed price, and the third one is the auction. In open bid, pricing, the investment banking canvasses potential investors and then sets an offer price. In contrast, fixed process. So, what is the book building mechanism? In book building mechanism, essentially we pitch it to HNWIs and financial institutions, and then they subsequently bid at a floor, or perhaps more than a floor. So in that case, we will have to set a floor. Which is also perhaps an offer price here. In contrast, fixed pricing is that the offer price is set prior to request of shares being submitted. In the auction, a market clearance price is set after bids are submitted. So auctions are not very pertinent to Pakistan. ये इसलिए इसकी functionality पे भी ज़्यादा हमें इतना idea नहीं होगा. लेकिन ऑक्शन का मतलब ये है कि आप अपनी बुक शो कर रहे हैं to a few select group of investors who bid for it, and subsequently if anybody bids over the reserve price which आपने उनको बताई नहीं होती है, तो उसके बाद फिर उसकी डील थ्रू हो जाती है. बुक बिल्डिंग में क्या है जी, तो बुक बिल्डिंग का थोड़ा सा और फर्दर देख लेते हैं. इशू जो है, it is presented to the institutional investor during a roadshow that takes an average of couple of weeks. So हमारा roadshow हम इस तरह प्लान करते हैं, जैसे अभी हमारी कल एक अप्रूवल आया है IPAC का, इंटरनेशनल पैकेजिंग का. we're taking it to the main boards. उसके अंदर जैसे हमने प्लान किया है 2 से 3 हफ्ते की मीटिंग्स हैं, 1-on-1 मीटिंग्स हैं इंस्टीट्यूशन के साथ, कोऑपरेट्स के साथ, AMCs के साथ, इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज के साथ. We